June the 8th in the year 2022, and you are tuned in to the show that tries to help you make sense in a senseless world. If you are looking for peace amongst all the confusion and conflict, this is the program. If you are looking for the calm in the storms that exist in your life, if you are looking for intuitive guidance, life coaching, and a path that will bring you to a happier, better version of you, then we welcome you to Find My Divine. My name is Stefan Rybak, and it is my honor, my gift, and my great pleasure to be your host and master of ceremonies this evening. Our goal tonight is to inspire each and every one of you to greatness. At this time, I would like to say hello and good evening to Peter Marks and Holly Broderick. Peter and Holly, good evening to the both of you. Peter, good evening to you.
Good evening, Stefan, and hello, Holly.
Hello. Hi, guys. Thank you for having me.
Holly, we had you on a little more than a month ago, and the feedback that we got from viewers was 5 stars across the board. People found what you had to say to be very interesting. People found what you had to say to be very informative, and people found what you had to say to be incredibly enlightening. So thank you for joining us again. Holly Broderick is an energetic and spiritual healer. Her talent is intuitively knowing what people are feeling. And Holly's lifelong mission is to help people to heal. Holly is also a practitioner of martial arts, meditation, and she is a certified meditation specialist with respect to chakra. Holly is also a certified health coach who helps people clear their chakras in order to heal physically, spiritually, and emotionally. Once again, welcome to the show, Holly.
Thank you. What an intro.
Peter Marks. Peter Marks has been a spiritual life coach for over 30 years, and we say, God bless you to Peter. God bless you to Peter. It sounds like you're coughing or sneezing, so we say God bless you to Peter. Peter has been a spiritual life coach for over 30 years. He's done psychic readings for royalty, for Hollywood celebrities, and people from all walks of life. Peter provides insights on career, love life, family, and personal issues, and Peter is known for his uncanny accuracy. Peter is a deeply spiritual man, and he believes that faith is a powerful force that can shape lives and shape society in very positive ways. And Peter's clients just adore his warm and friendly personality, his unique approach, his interesting and unique personality, his sunny disposition, and his very positive perspective. Peter Marks, good evening to you, my dear friend. Ashley is going to join us now. Ashley, good evening to you. How are you this evening?
Hi, can y'all hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Where are you watching the show from, Ashley?
New York City, Staten Island. Good evening, Peter. Good evening, Stefan and Holly.
New York City, Staten Island, we welcome you to the show. I'm going to put you on with Peter and Holly. And
where did he go?
He's just putting you on with us so this way we can do a reading for you. Okay. Is there anything in particular that you wanted to know about today? Or you just sort of want a general reading?
Just like my love life, because I'm giving up on a partner searching. And my aunt, she became ill, and I don't know if she's going to pass or if she's going to live and, fight through her cancer stage. Right now, they got her in hospice. And my next question will be, what is going to happen with me and Steven? Like, I really trust him. I love him. And my last reading with Peter, he said take it slow. So I don't know, do you feel that he's cheating on me? Do you feel that the feelings is the same? Like, general. Not journal, I'm sorry, mutual, because I feel the same way.
Well, all right. So in regards to your aunt, what's happening in her chest? Because I feel like there's a lot happening.
I think
like,
she has
right
cancer.
here.
She has cancer.
Is it?
I don't know too much about like what's going on, but I just know that she has cancer. And
Because I feel like there's a lot going on within her heart chakra, and I feel like that's, so that would be her heart, her lungs, and her general chest area. It feels like it's very heavy, like there's a lot weighing on her.
wow.
And it feels like it comes, up through her back and in her.
Yes, they just did a procedure on her back. I don't know what type of procedure it was, but is she gonna live? Is she gonna make it, or do we need to start planning a funeral?
So I feel like she's at the point where it's the choice is up to her.
Wow, my God.
So it's gonna be, but it feels like she's trying to see everybody.
Wow,
To everybody.
Yeah, because I visit her a couple of times, like twice in the hospital. She just went home last Wednesday, so I have not gotten to the house to see her.
Yeah.
But I know she knows who I am. Her memory's not gone. So she knows who's there and
Yeah. I'd like to just share with you that this is, having that choice doesn't mean that she's definitely going to make the choice to go. It means that she has the choice of staying or going.
Yeah, because I keep praying to my brother and asking him, please don't let her go. Don't let her go.
So, but it's not even his choice either. He can influence, but it's not his choice either. It's got to be up to her.
Her strength is not there because she's not eating.
Yeah. So I feel like she's the backbone of certain parts of your family too. It feels like she's the one who keeps everybody together or keeps everyone together.
Yes.
And it feels like that's, and I know that this is very, what are the words? It's very literal. It's like she is the backbone of the family, but that's a lot of weight for her. That's a lot for her to be carrying.
I mean, I don't feel she's a backbone of the family because there's two nieces that don't even talk to her. So.
Yeah, but she's the one that's trying to keep everybody, together. And I don't mean that you don't have to be loved by every single person in the family to be the matriarch or to be the one that's holding it all together for most of the people.
Right.
But I feel like that's been a lot of pressure for her, and I feel like she's going through it. But it's ultimately the choice is hers, and as far as she goes, she's a powerful person.
Yeah, my aunt, she's a warrior. Yeah.
She's a very powerful person. And her love knows no bounds, but she's not somebody that I would ever want to cross because she's really strong there too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now, Ashley, did you have a question in reference to love life or romance as well? Now would be a time to ask that question.
Yeah, I just wanted to know with Steven, like I've been dealing with him off and on for 3 years. Peter told me to take it slow, but we already had intercourse. Now I'm at the point because he wants me to come to live with him in PA. I don't know if that's accurate. And on top of that, he don't spend a lot of time. So it's time and other things really. Is he the one for me? Are we going to be together for a long time? Do he love me the way I love him? Like.
That's the thing, though, because I feel like you've been playing with this question with him for a long time, and the what I'm getting is that you know the answers. It feels like you're hesitating for a reason.
Yeah, I've been hurt a lot, and I do love him, and I feel like he loves me. When we around, there's no disrespect. He don't even like for me to disrespect him. So I just want to know: are we going to move together? We're supposed to be leaving in July to go to PA. Should I be packing? Like, what should I do?
Well, the way that I see what I got now, I wasn't completely clear. So I drew the cards, and what it says is that, you got to let go of all this stuff that's happened in the past, because if you don't let go of it, it's going to keep you there. In order to get to here and the beautiful stuff that you want, you got to let go of that stuff, and you got to trust yourself.
I
And
trust myself to be with one guy, but I don't know if he's the one for me. So it's like I try to keep.
That's not what I mean. I mean, trust your gut. Trust how you feel inside.
So are we leaving it to PA in July or no?
I can see it happening, but I want you to be I want you to be healthy in yourself before you make any choices, because there's still some healing that needs to happen there. Peter, I feel like you've got some stuff.
They just said to me the children are number one. The guys are saying the children are number one, and they feel that this relationship is going to be good, but I'm not feeling that it's going to be a lifelong relationship. I feel and then he's going to be out. He's going to come in, and then he's going to be out. The guys are saying to me they want you more to be settled. And they're saying to me, if you move the kids and you move in with him and then you have a fight, you're going to have to pack up the kids again and you're going to have to move back.
Yeah.
They're saying to me that they're not advised, what I'm getting from the guys. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to be the kids are the most important thing that you have to focus in on right now. All right, Ashley?
All right.
Yeah.
To me, the fact that you're asking the question tells me that you already know the answer.
Yeah, I just like to be sure of myself. That's it. I doubt myself a lot.
And your guides are with you. Your guides are with you. But they
Ashley,
keep on
thank you for joining us on the show tonight. Please come back and feel free on a future show to give us an update on how well you're doing. Will you do that, please?
Yes. Thank you, guys. Have a good night. Thank you.
Good luck to you, and God bless you. Sue has been waiting backstage. Good evening to you, Sue.
Hey.
Hi, Sue.
Where
are you tuning in from tonight, Sue?
Florida.
All right, very good. Say hello to Peter Marks and say hello to Holly Broderick, and we welcome you to the show tonight.
Hi, Miss
Welcome,
Holly.
Sue.
Hi, Mr. Peter. Thank you.
How are you, Miss Sue?
I'm wonderful. And you?
I'm terrific. I really am terrific. And I'm terrific tonight because Holly's on with us.
Yes, that is a blessing.
Yes.
Sue, what question do you have? Sue, do you have a specific question that you'd like to ask? And if you do, please ask it now.
Yeah. It's kind of like I have feelings for two people, and one, I know how he feels about me. The other one, I'm not so sure, because he's always being mixed signals with me. And so I'm just trying to figure out which direction I should go in. And then just to anything in general that you wish to share would be greatly appreciative.
To be fair, Sue?
Yes. Yeah. Go ahead, Holly.
It feels like you're giving him a few mixed signals too by dating the both of them.
Actually, I'm only dating one, because there was the one with the mixed signals. He and I haven't spoken in 6 months, and then we started seeing each other again. And after 2 weeks, it's just like he quit talking to me.
Yeah.
And then it's like up and down. And I love him. I can tell you that I'm truly in love with him. His name is Rick. He was everything that I could ever want and more. But then when we first split up, I met the other person, and his name is Wayne, and he's just he makes me smile, he makes me laugh, he makes me feel good about myself, and I know he cares a great deal about me, and I'm wanting to see where it goes, but also I feel bad because I still love Rick, if that makes sense.
Yeah. May I, because I'm getting some information on this one, and it feels like to me Look, you're keeping yourself unavailable by going for the guy who's unavailable. It's like it's a fear. You've got some fear in your heart, and it's and you want the guy that's not being emotionally available to you, because it's easier to think about that rather than allow yourself to be truly vulnerable.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yes, ma'am.
And the other one, the other one who makes you smile, makes you feel good. I feel like that's the kind of person that I'd love to see you be with, because that's the kind of person that's going to lift you up. And that's the kind of person that's going to show you all the things that you deserve. You deserve good things. You deserve to have somebody that is emotionally going to be there for you. And you need to be in a place where you can be emotionally there for them too.
Well, it's kind of weird because I'm kind of getting there, but then I also feel guilty, if that makes sense.
Yeah, you just need to let this Rick guy go. Let him float.
Yeah.
It's what my best friend always
Because,
says. Let him float.
It's just when it came to Wayne, the best way to put it, it's like I felt like we were just kindred spirits. We were destined to be together, because it's just like we have such a strong connection. You know,
And girl, why are you sabotaging yourself?
because I guess it's because of my past with my marriage. I was in a horrible marriage.
There it is.
That I was mentally and physically abused, and
there it is.
I didn't think I'm not good enough for someone like that. And don't get me wrong, Rick was awesome in the beginning when we were seeing each other, but then we broke up because he said I gave him a sinus infection.
That's
and so
let that one roll.
And I know. And my dad.
So
yeah.
Oh.
Yes, sir.
Do either one of these gentlemen know that you're seeing both of them?
I'm only seeing one right now because I haven't talked to Rick in a month. And
okay.
And of course, Wayne does know about Rick. I was honest when we first started dating. I just told him I didn't know if I wanted to go in a relationship because I still have feelings for someone else. And he said, "Don't worry, I can always change your mind."
Okay.
You know, because he said that he just said he wants to make. He said, "I'm going to show you what how a real man treats a woman." And he has. Okay. He's very respectful. My kids love him. My grandchildren love him. His kids like me. My dad even thinks he's Mr. Wonderful. He said, "Too bad you didn't find him when you got married the first time."
My guys are saying, is there one that you think of more than the other? When you have your time, is there one guy that you're thinking about more than the other?
Wayne,
because they're telling me your soul is actually going to be the magnet for attracting this relationship. It's not going to be on a conscious level. It's going to be spiritual level. So whoever you are constantly thinking about the most, your guide, your soul is bringing you into that relationship, and that's who you should connect with. Is that making sense
we
to
hope
you?
the information that we've presented to you is helpful. Holly, you do a lot of work with chakra balancing. Is there something that you can offer to our viewers, our female viewers in particular, who tend to constantly get into toxic relationships?
Sure.
When they have a choice between a healthy relationship and a toxic relationship, from the women who tune into this show and tell us these things, they seem to gravitate. There seems to be a pattern that they gravitate to the toxic relationship. Can you tell us from your standpoint why that is and how to get around that?
So, this is actually a pattern that I've dealt with for myself. And it's when this happens, when you are finding that you're gravitating towards the toxic relationships, it's because you are actually trying to protect yourself. You are trying to make it so this way you are on in a relationship that you know how it's going to end, so you have some control. It's very scary, when you are entering into a relationship. You've had all these past relationships that were toxic and not good for you, and you enter into one that's healthy, and you now are faced with the idea that this might be your forever person. This might be the person that is going to be with you, and you don't know how to handle that, because if that broke up, then that would destroy you inside and, from the inside. So the thing to do before, in between relationships, is to really get yourself balanced to the point where you are having all of your energy balanced. You're doing the healing work. You're doing what we call the shadow work. You're doing the things that are providing you with healing for yourself. Whether it be like in my profession, we do the chakra meditations, and we go deep, and we talk about the things that happened in the past, and we talk about healing that person that you were in the past, so this way you don't have those same defense mechanisms going forward in the future. And I hope that answers the question. I think I went around it.
It begins to answer the question, and we do realize that many questions pertaining to love and relationships don't always have easy answers. And so you have, in a very eloquent way, begun to answer the question. And Holly, it is a gift to have you on the show tonight. And I know I speak for Peter when I say that. Denise has been waiting very patiently backstage. Hello, Denise. Good evening to you.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm doing very well. Where are you watching the show from tonight?
From Memphis, Tennessee.
Memphis, Tennessee, the land of Elvis Presley and
Yes.
Graceland. And you, Denise, are gracing us with your presence tonight. And we thank you for tuning in. I would like you to say hello to Holly and hello to Peter. So say hello to Holly Denise. And say hello to Peter. And what question do you have for us this evening?
I have a question about, so I'm having anxiety about this house that I'm supposed to close on Friday. And I've had like 3 closing dates, and I just feel as if it's not the house for me. What do you see?
What I'm going to ask first is for Holly to start, and I'm going to ask you for your date of birth, please.
Okay, 9/8/72.
9/8 of 1972?
Yes.
Okay, very good. And Holly, if you would start off with Denise, and then I will jump in with you.
Sure. So what's interesting, though, as you're asking the question, I got a really interesting thing happen, and it doesn't happen often for me. I got this very bright light that was the color green that just popped up in my head. And I'm not sure if this is a color that means something to you, or if this is like green means it's a go, or I'm not positive, because it was like traffic light green, when you're at the traffic light and it pops up. But I do feel like you had a lot of stuff happen, just recently within the past 3 years. I mean, we all have pandemic or whatever, but this is beyond that. I feel like there's been some financial stuff, and I feel like you've finally come out of the other end of that, and now you're ready. You're ready. And I feel like the problem with the closings is that you had to be ready. And so your spirit guides were putting a pause on everything until you became ready to move. Who just graduated? There's somebody that just graduated around you, and I feel like that has something to do with it too.
Yeah, my son.
Okay, because I feel like it's like there's one thing after the other, after the other, after the other, and it was, it's been. Had you moved earlier, it would have been twice as stressful, because then you would have had the graduation plus the moving plus this all at one time.
Okay.
Makes sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, Peter, what are you getting?
Yes, I just picked up, Denise. I wanted to find out from you. Do you feel at times you get anxious when there's really no reason to get anxious?
Yep.
All right.
do.
My first statement, do you obsess at times and get nervous even though things are going well?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. I'm being told right now, and understand this, the home is everything to you. Where you're moving means everything to you, your family, your home. You want to have peace. You want to be able to have peace. And right now you're struggling because you're not attracting that peace. You want peace of mind, and you're anxious that you're making the wrong decision. You're asking me this. When you're around that house, when you walk into that house, do you feel positive about it, or do you still feel doubtful?
No, I feel positive about it.
All right. And can you give me they said pause with that. Just the number of the house, not the full address.
3494.
3494. Okay. All right, 3494. They just said to me the anxiety is there. They're saying there's no reason why you shouldn't buy the house.
Okay. And
there's
also,
no reason at all.
And also, Peter, I know a while back I had spoken with you about and you had said, that Lawrence would contact me. Do you still see that?
Yes, it's going to take a little while. We are all going through a lot of confusion right now. The world is in a state of chaos.
Okay.
Give it time. Yes, I know relationships are very important for you. A relationship is of paramount importance for you. I realize that, but you're very strong-willed. You're a very strong-willed lady, and you don't give in. You don't, when you feel you're right, you don't give in to people, especially in relationships. All right. I want to tell you, you're a wonderful, wonderful soul, a beautiful lady. Yes. Allow him visualize if he's meant to come back in, and I feel that very positively. So don't give up. They're saying the first thing is with the house. First thing is with the house. And I mean, you're going to be fine. And I see your guides behind you, and I'm getting the yes.
Wow.
Okay.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
Denise, thank you so much for joining the show.
We
sincerely appreciate you coming on. And we invite you as well to come back at some point in the future of your choosing and let us know how you are doing. Okay?
Thanks. Bye, y'all.
It would be great. It would be great to have you on again.
Okay.
Good luck to you, and God bless you.
God bless.
your question for Peter?
Okay. Wanted to know about our business that we have.
Has your business been going through major changes for 3 or 4 years?
Yeah, somewhere around there, yes.
All right. I feel things are going to work out for you. I'm going to ask you one question. I don't know why they're showing this to me. At any point, was there a lawyer or legal issues with you or around the business?
Yes, it's still going on, yes.
You've been very worried about this.
Yeah, very worried. This has to do with the town that he did jobs for.
Yes.
Right. They're saying he didn't do the job.
I am being shown victory for you.
Thank you.
They're telling me the town kind of has a vendetta. There's a sense of either jealousy against you and your husband. They don't like what they think that you and your husband really think that you're terrific, which I think you are. But there is a sense of jealousy here, and they're wrongful in their attitudes towards both of you. You understanding that?
Yes.
All right. The guys are telling me that they are going to be working with you. I also want to say to you, you don't take things laying down. You're a fighter.
Yes, I am.
All right. So you're going to let them exactly know they're messing with the wrong lady and they're messing with the wrong man. You continue to do what you're doing. They're telling me to get references. You have a lot of people behind you. Are you aware of that?
Yes.
They're saying victory.
Victory. Great.
Yes.
Thank you.
Question do you have for Peter?
I've been in the medical field, the healthcare field for a while. So should I continue in this field or look for something else?
Well, I want to say, first of all, you were divinely born to be, I feel, in the medical field. But what I'm also going to ask you, you've got a very good analytical mind there, don't you?
I do.
You dissect everything. Correct?
Correct.
Now, I'm also being shown you're very outgoing, aren't you?
Yes.
Well, people gravitate towards you. The other question I had for you is, have you considered anything around therapy?
No, but I've been told.
Who
And
told
you've
you
just been
that?
told again.
Close friends, family.
You would be a wonderful children's therapist.
Oh, wow. I love kids.
See? All right. So do you want to go back to school? Are you willing to go back to school?
I want to.
I'd like you to go back. I also want to find out something else from you that you may not have thought about. And your guys are coming in very strongly. Do you realize that you have intuitive ability, but you fight it?
I do. I'm very aware.
All right. So how are you using your intuitive ability?
A little bit. A little bit.
Just a little, what they call poco. Just
Un poquito.
un poquito. That's what I'm. Thank you. Yes.
So, Peter, what you're saying is you want our friend from Ohio to switch from poquito to grande.
El Grande.
You
Yes.
want her to use the grande version of her intuitive abilities.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. I am being shown your guides want you to go in the medical field, but they're saying something along the lines of therapists, and they're also talking to me. They're saying therapists. So if you're open to that, I wouldn't leave the medical field.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Thank you very, very much for tuning in. It's so great to have you. What did you think of Peter Marks?
Great. Good information. I needed that.
Thank you very, very much. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Okay. Thank you.
If anyone would like to schedule a private reading with Peter Marks, this is the phone number to call: 203-206-9353. That's 203 206 9353. 203 206 9353. Holly, we are going to welcome a lovely lady by the name of Donna to the show right now. Donna, good evening. Thank you for joining us.
Hi, Donna. How are you today?
I'm okay.
Donna, say hello to Holly. Holly, say
Hi,
hello
Holly.
to Donna. Donna, what question do you have for Holly this evening?
Well, I have several questions. Do you know if you see any like financial things coming up for me that are going to be good?
Sure, let's take a look at that because I feel like you're going to have a couple of different opportunities. And it feels like there are two in front of you at the moment, but one of them feels like it's too good to be true. I want you to ignore that one because it is. It's not. It feels like one of the pyramid scheme type things. Don't do it.
Okay.
But I feel like what you need to do, So I drew a card. I drew two cards for you because I was interested to see what the cards would say about this because I know what my feelings are. But the cards are telling me that the good that you're putting out is going to come back to you.
Okay.
It feels like have you been doing a lot of volunteer stuff or stuff that's just like...
No, actually, I've been helping a friend out. They need help at the moment. They're incapacitated, and I've been helping them on my free chances. But work-wise, not for that, no.
Because I feel like in doing that good karma that you're putting out into the world and doing that sort of help, that is volunteering, by the way. That's just volunteering for a loved one. It feels like that good energy is going to be coming back to you.
Now, my other question was, I have relationship issues. I got two different people I'm flipping back and forth with. One's from a recent past and one's from a new past that I went back with from before. And I can't decide. I mean, I do want back the current past guy, but he's been acting very toxic and rude and saying things and doing things that make me like, nope, I don't want to go back to that. And then I'm back with somebody else who's not like that, but they're getting that way because they're following his lead because they're talking together.
Yeah, it just... Whew. This is just what we were talking about earlier, this kind of thing. It's... You've got some healing in you that you need to do. And rather than focusing on who to be with, you need to be focusing on how to heal your own heart so you can get the kind of love that you actually deserve.
Right.
Because you're a give type of person, and I feel that about you, and I can tell that. It's but you're attracting take kind of people.
Can you see if the current person I'm with is manipulating me for his own benefit?
Yes. Yes. It's and it's not necessarily for any kind of financial benefit, nothing like that. It's just the benefit of your company and the benefit of being around you and the benefit of having somebody that's going to do all the things for them.
Right.
It's time to shake them loose and
I've
find
given him ultimatums like to get away from the other person that I was with, to stop talking to them. But he's like, oh, why can't I be his friend? I said, because he used to be with me and now he's toxic. And now he's singing a different tune saying he's a nice person. I'm like, no, you don't. You didn't be with him. I was.
Yeah, it's both of them need to go.
Well, that's what Peter said last week, that both of them need to get lost or figure out which one.
You just need to let them go be friends with each other. And
that's what I said. I said, you can either have me or you can have him.
But you need to make the choice.
Right.
You need to be the one to make the choice because they're not going to make that choice. You need to be the one to make this choice. and do the things that are healthy for you and put yourself first for once, because
Right.
you don't, and you're lovely and you need to.
Yeah, 'cause like Peter said, I'm creative and I have an old soul, but everybody keeps using it.
Yeah, you need to. So Lisa Nichols is one of my favorite speakers ever, and one of her things is fill your own cup and pour from the overflow.
Right.
She always says, if you have a teacup and you got the little saucer, the part that you share with other people should be the stuff that lands in the saucer, not the stuff that's in your own cup. You need to stop giving away all of your energy, and because that's what I'm feeling like. These guys are like energy vampires. They're taking up all of the space in your
he
heart
said
and
they're
your
both
mind.
one's toxic and they're both like manipulating and controlling this.
Listen, I love Peter to death, and he is absolutely on point with all the things.
Right.
I've had several readings from Peter myself, and he's on it. And the fact that I had no idea that he had even given you a reading ever before, and we're coming up with the same stuff. It kind of
He's been spot on several times, and I'm trying to listen to his advice, but sometimes it's like I want to do what he says, but then it's like other stuff just knocks me out and says, nope, not happening right now.
No, you got to make that choice. You got to make the decision. And let me tell you, Peter's not right most of the time. He's spot on 100% of the time.
Yeah. Well, like last week when he did me, he's spot on about the one guy being a narcissist. And I said, yeah, I've been seeing it for the last year. And he's not seeing it because he doesn't know he's one of them.
Well, and either that or he sees it and doesn't care. I mean, there's.
Well, my theory is he's showing a fake facade of himself to the people around him, so he can look good. But when he's talking about me, he uses a different facade.
Mm-hmm.
Donna, I want to say this to you, and the guy just said this to me, as Holly was saying also to you. You have so much on the ball. You're amazingly creative. You're a wonderful soul. Why settle for somebody instead of having somebody that is worthy of you? Do not settle. Do not settle. And I'm speaking even for myself. I still date at this point. Broke up with the relationship. I will not go out with somebody unless I feel that we have parity, that we share a lot. So
absolutely.
You're amazing. You're an amazing soul. You've got a lot to give. Guy, I'm going to say this kind of jokingly. If those guys, let them get into a relationship and leave you alone.
I said that to them. I said, you can either have each other or one can have me, because it ain't working both ways.
It's not working both ways. And you have too much. You're very empathic. You're a very strong woman. And as Holly was also saying to you, do not give in. I see you with a guy that is going to be respectful of you, that is going to honor you, not somebody that's going to be a parasite and cling on to you. Yeah, absolutely. You need somebody to honor you, not for somebody to debase you, to psychologically. We are normally attracted. I don't know if you know this. I found out through a therapist. If we come from a dysfunctional family, we're normally attracted to the dysfunction. If somebody can come into our lives and create that dysfunction for us, we're going to run into that relationship. You're too good for that. You're way too good for that. So hold off with this and honor yourself every day. I honor you. I respect you. I think you're amazing.
Do you see anything like financially coming up right now for me, like that's going to switch up things so I can keep going with money?
Yes, they're saying to me, you also have to change your thinking. And this is a key point. If you change your thinking, you're going to change your circumstances and the outcome. If you think every day in negativity and poverty, honey, that's what you're going to attract. If you're telling the guides, keep me in poverty, they're going to own up to it. That's what they're going to give you, poverty. I want you to visualize yourself every day with abundance. You are attracting abundance, and that's how you'll attract it. And Holly and I have both been through very similar circumstances. We are living proof. We're living proof that if you change your thinking and change your modalities, you will have whatever you want.
Right.
Truthfully. Okay?
Donna, thank you for coming on to the show
Thank
tonight.
you.
We
You're
appreciate you
always spot
coming
on
onto the
every
show,
time.
and we appreciate you bearing your soul, not
trust
only
me, it's
to
hard
Peter
to
and
say
to
this stuff,
Holly
but
and
I'm
to
glad you guys
myself,
helped.
but also to the people around the world who are watching. So we thank you and we commend you for your bravery. 50% of the solution to any problem or any challenge is knowing what the problem is. And so we hope that the information that Peter and Holly have put forth to you this evening is
I'll be
helpful.
listening.
And we also hope that the information that Peter and Holly put forth to you this evening is put into action. Come back. Let us know how you're doing. We thank you very much for coming onto the show. Holly, what I would like to ask you is if you could please tell us a little bit more about the work that you do. If you could just expound on what it is that an energetic and spiritual healer does, I bet our audience would find that very interesting.
Wow. So that is a very broad question because there are quite a few things that I do. One of which is writing a monthly column that is that's all about what I do with the with my spiritual beliefs, and it's about all different things. I do meditations where we really dive into the depths and do a lot of seriously deep healing for people using the chakras, but also while I'm guiding them through meditation, I'm also seeing various memories that people have and helping them work through them on an emotional level as we do the meditation. I do a lot of hands-on work, and that's actually a little bit new. That's a little bit on the newer side, where it's putting my hands on people in various places of their bodies and working with their energy to move it, because a lot of times people just have energy that is stuck and needs to be moved. And I see, I can see the different things that have happened in people's past, and I'm able to help them to move through those things by moving the energy the way that it needs to go. I've been doing a lot of research and a lot of work on the lymph system and actually doing the physical stuff too. So that's coming. That's not there. That's not a part of the practice yet, but it's coming. And I've been working a lot with people doing a lot of emotional healing through the readings. I work with my boyfriend. He and I have a very cheeky part of our business called Psychics and Swears, and we do work with people. We've actually helped several murder investigations and things like that, and I'm a little bit all over the place.
You're multi-talented.
Oh, I can't hear you.
You are multi-talented is what I said. And it bears repeating that you are multi-talented.
Thank you.
Peter, there is a lot of turbulence in the world right now.
Yes.
There has been the last 2 years, people around the world dealing with the pandemic and people dealing with economic hardship and people trying to make sense of all of the violence that is going on in today's world, compounded with tremendous economic challenges that are happening right now. Before the show, Peter, before we went live on today's show, you had shared backstage with Holly and I that when times are tough, your business, which is providing intuitive advice to people, seems to grow exponentially. Can you help us to make sense of what is happening now? And I know I've thrown a multi-part question to you that probably has a very long answer that can't be summed up in a short, succinct answer. But can you try to help us make sense of what's going on right now?
Yes, I think what is going on right now, and I'm going to be perfectly truthful about this. I don't like getting involved in politics per se, but what I want to tell everybody, I am in tune with my guides every single day, and I pray and I do meditation. My guides have told me that we're living in very chaotic times. I also want you to know that there are no answers really. The guys are telling me from Washington. Washington does not have all the answers. Our politicians do not have all the answers. What I want to tell you is this: we each in our own way have to become self-empowered. I am aware prices are soaring. I'm aware that I go into the supermarket, food is soaring, prices on clothing are soaring. We have illegal immigrants coming in through the border around the world, Mexico, Texas. And what I want to say to everybody is we have to band together because of the fact that, and I want to say in a nonviolent way, we have to let our politicians know that this is our country. We started in 1776 as a republic, and we have quickly over the years gone from a republic to an oligarchy where the very wealthy are running this country. We have to really band together and we have to elect either new officials, but even more so, we have to let our politicians know we're not going to put up with this. Not in a violent way, but I use meditation. I also get together with people that are connected to senators, congressmen. And if you're really getting fed up, I think it's time that we start contacting in our states, our senators, congresspeople, to let them know we can't live like this anymore. We can't live and we can't get away with the prices and with the even with the violence that is going on in this world. I want to say spread love, really keep yourself in balance, make sure you're caring for yourself first of all every day, and when you go out, smile. I know we live in very weird times, but try to spread love and try to be kind to people. And I have an amazing life. And the reason why I have an amazing life more so is because of this man on the network, on the podcast with us, Mr. my partner, Stefan Rybak, who keeps me in balance every day.
Peter,
I hope
thank you
that
for
answers
saying
your
that.
question.
I'm honored
You're
and
welcome.
blessed by your words. And speaking of wonderful smiles, Heather has a wonderful smile, and she joins us on tonight's show. Good evening to you, Heather.
Good evening. How are you all?
I'm very well. Where are you watching the show from tonight, Heather?
Where am I at? Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania.
You're in Pennsylvania, the Keystone State. What is your date of birth, please?
June 29th, 82.
June 29th, 1982. You have a huge birthday coming up.
Yes, I do.
You've got a big celebration coming up. Well, the reason we ask for date of birth is for the following reason. In addition to being a world famous psychic, Peter Marks is a globally renowned astrologer. And in order to provide astrological information, date of birth is needed. So, Heather, say good evening to the one, the only, and I dare say inimitable.
Good evening, Peter. How are you? I've
Good
been trying to
evening.
get with you
I'm
forever.
wonderful. I
Good.
want to tell you, you have a lot of energy. Are you aware you were born with a lot of energy?
Oh my gosh, yes. A lot of people tell me I just never shut up.
Well, that's in a positive way. That's in a very positive way. Now, I also want to tell you something else that I think is quite unique about you. I'm feeling here. I want to say to you that you are you're very empathic. Are you using your empathic ability because you're highly intuitive? Are
Oh,
you
I know
using it?
that. Yes, that I
Oh,
am.
you do know that.
Yes. I've been told
Okay.
that
Now,
many times.
how are you using it?
Um, well, I can't say I'm actively using it. I don't think I know how to until it comes to situations that I'm in. I can tell, like, I just know things. I'm like, okay, this isn't right. You know, I think
All
that's,
right.
you know,
That's what. All right. I
other
one
than that,
suggestion.
I don't know
Yes.
how to apply it to things. I don't know.
I want you to start working with the cards if you're open to it.
Yes, I was doing that. Yes.
I
I
want you to work with the cards. It's very, very important because you're in the process of developing more of your intuitive ability. It's
okay.
getting stronger and stronger. I also want to say you don't relax. You really
No.
don't relax. I'm feeling that you're always on the go here. Now, they're also talking to me. Your guides are coming in and they're telling me they're trying to connect with you, but you're not allowing yourself to connect with them. What's going on there?
I always say I am my own worst enemy because I could get a sign, it could be right in front of my face, and I'll totally just be like, I didn't see it. Where's it at? That is I am in my own. That's something I
All
have.
right.
I think Holly's even told me that many times. I just don't know how to get out of my own way. I don't. I
Well,
keep
we
trying.
have to.
I try and meditate and try and do that, and I'm like, I don't hear anything. I don't see anything. Nobody wants to talk to me. It's just I don't know how to do it. I've
You need
tried.
somebody. You need somebody, I think, to guide you. Now, they're also talking to me about home and family. Do you know you're an old soul? Do you recognize that you're an old soul?
I was wondering that the other day. Nobody's ever told me that before. I know, like, my nephew's been told he's an old soul. I know I've lived many lifetimes.
You've lived
I
so
think
many lifetimes.
I know of about 7 or 8 so far. So,
About 7 or 8. You were a healer, Heather. You were a
oh, okay,
healer in 2 or 3 of your past lives. You were.
okay.
Now, they're also showing me this. Did you move or did you want to move?
Wanting to.
All right.
That's
And is
what.
this building up for you?
Yes.
All right. Because they're talking to me about a move here. They're
Okay.
saying there's a move, and you need balancing, Heather. You need a lot of balancing here.
Yep.
All right. So I'm feeling you're going to be okay, but they're saying to me you're anxious and anxiety around you. They keep on saying anxiety. So why are you so anxious?
There's been a lot going on at home recently, and it kind of hit a big head yesterday. So I
Okay.
just
Is
a
there
lot
a
of
lot of
anxiety around it.
arguing? Is there arguing
Yep.
going on?
Yep.
All right. Now I'm going to throw something at you, and I don't know why they're saying this. This could have been in the past. Is someone around you with alcohol? They're showing me alcohol.
My dad was when we were younger, but I haven't.
Oh,
My since my parents separated, I no longer have a father.
all right. You no longer. Why? Is he?
Just
What do you
He
mean
was
you no
he
longer
was
have a father?
he was my stepfather, but he's raised me since I was 9 months old. But then my parents separated when I
Okay.
was, and he all of a sudden decided, well, you're not my children anymore. So my dad's not a part of my life unless I happen to
How
see him.
sad.
Yeah,
How sad.
I've made peace with it.
Okay. I want you. You're going to be fine. I want also my comrade, and I respect this woman highly. She's an amazing
Oh, me
reader.
too. I love
I
her to pieces.
yeah yeah. You know Holly.
Yes, I do. I love her. I finally
Okay.
meet her this past
So you know how amazing Holly is.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Peter, this is a woman who once came all the way from Pennsylvania just to see Johnny and I at an event.
Yep.
This is amazing.
Wow.
Yep.
Pick up how she should be doing readings at the fairs. She really should. She has the ability. Yes.
I've only been saying that for a year.
I need to stay in.
No.
I do cards. Like I do my cards. I think I have like 3 different sets, and I do each of them. But then there gets a point where like I look at them, I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing here, and then I just get frustrated, and I'm like, oh.
Let the guides work with you. If Holly's picking it up and I'm picking it up, you've got the mojo. You've got the mojo and you've got the energy. So
Heather, thank you for joining us tonight.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure to have you on, and we look forward to having you on again. Thank you so much. Well, the last hour has just flown by.
Yeah.
And
yes,
it has been another interesting evening. And I know that I speak for Peter when I say, Holly, you were just terrific. So thank you very much for coming on to the program tonight and for sharing your amazing gifts with everyone who is watching around the world. One of our main goals with this program is to help people to become the best version of themselves, to help them see their problems and their challenges from a different perspective. Because very often, the solution to the problem and the challenge lies within that different perspective. And you have offered many different healthy perspectives tonight. And we thank you for that. And we look forward to having you on the show again with us soon. Would you please do that, Holly?
Whenever you like. For Stefan, for you, definitely. Peter, absolutely. Absolutely.
Thank you very much, Holly, and God bless you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Peter, it's been another interesting evening. And as we watch and listen, we learn that there are many people around the world who are seeking the divine within themselves. And we hope by them watching and listening to this program that in some respect we inspire them to become the divine within themselves. That is the name of the show. Find your divine. Peter, any words as we wrap up tonight's program?
Yes, I just want to say to everybody that's come on tonight, and for everybody that's watching this, I want to leave you with positivity. I want to leave you with a very uplifting energy, state of mind. I wish Eddie the most amazing week. And even with all the chaos and all the trouble and all the discord that's going on in the world, I want to leave you with this. We are perfect souls having a human experience, And no, this is not true reality. We are multiple dimensional beings, and on a higher level, there is a level correction. This is not reality. And I want to leave that. It may sound a little corny. There are other dimensions that if they tap into, they will find inner peace.
And in closing, I share this thought. If you want the best that the world has to offer, if you want the best that the world has to offer, then you must offer the world your best thoughts, your best words, your best feelings, and your best actions. And we hope that tonight we have inspired you to take that first step to being the best version of yourself. Thank you for watching Find My Divine for Wednesday, June the 8th, 2022. We wish you good luck